Welcome everybody to the first round of the Totally Normal Racing Series here at Silverstone for round number 1, 4 races, each 10 laps. And we have the AC 1 and 2 odd, of course, that will be LMP free and stock cars, as well as the pace setters, the karts. But in the top class, it will be 8 LMP1 cars. Roman Capdeville, Gioriol. That's an interesting one. He doesn't even have a real first name, just G. All right, Christopher Porter. Then we have Martin Breed, Darren White, Alec Barker, Stefan Hennick, and Baton Vasarhelyi. And they will battle it out to become the first in the overall point standings in the Totally Normal Racing Series. There will be about 8 rounds, and in each round, everybody can score up to, 60 points, since it's, 4 races. Winners get 15 points. So let's get this underway then. Who will be the first leader of the overall points? Who will be the champion of round number 1? Let's find out here in Silverstone. It's going to be 10 laps. There's me in the kart about to pull into the pits. Right when the lights turn green, here we go. We are underway for the first race of the Totally Normal Racing Series. Right off the bat, it's a good start by, I think that is Ariel around the outside. It is that number 48 car. The Capdeville is hanging on as well. And look at them as they charge down into the first turns. Free wide action. This is like Formula 1 all over again on the restart. In the back, we have the LMP free cars also free wide and trying to get by each other. Then the stock cars. Oh, there's been probably a crash in stock cars, because a lot of stock cars way in the back of the field now, just now getting by the carts, and there has been a crash with one of the pace setters around. That is number 71 around. In the back then, there was a lot of moving, but in the front, we still have some battles, that's for sure. There always are battles here at Silverstone. Oh boy, the two teammates. Bit of contact there. Oriol in the lead, but here comes Breed. Breed looking down the inside at Cops. And look at them side by side. For maggots, backheads, and whatever they're called. Now here we go. This is a long rundown. Well, meanwhile, see what's happening in the back, but not much is happening. Here we go, though, out front. Oriol back to the inside of Breed. And Capdeville has fallen back to 4th. Then it's Porter in 4th. Darren White is in 5th. That is your top 5. There's a bit of a gap from 4th back to 5th. The two teammates still side by side. Vasarhelyi or whatever they're... Vasarhelyi. Vasarhelyi? Who knows? But Darren White has moved up in front of the two teammates. Now Breed down to the inside again and makes it work. So lap 1 of 10 is completed. It takes about 10 minutes. No, it takes about 2 minutes for each lap, as we can see right there. Look at this, still side by side. Oriol back down the inside, at least look for it. Look at the info feed. Martin Breed and Gioriol swapping positions by the minute. There's been an overtake for P24. That is one of the stock cars, the last stock car actually, by the pace setters, who will probably soon be met in about 2 laps by the LMP1 cars, the top of the field. Now, Breed clears Oriol, goes to the lead. Now let's see if Oriol can fight back, or can Capdeville get there? Contact between the two leaders. That is early on for that kind of stuff. And look at Porter looking around the outside. Oh boy. Capdeville back into 2nd as Oriol goes off the racetrack. Still this free car battle continues for 6th place. And it is Vasarhelyi against Darren White as they fight side by side through the S's. And Capdeville now looking for the lead. Capdeville down the inside. And pulls it off. Nice one. Look at Ariel all over the back. of Breed. Breed down the inside, it's Stowe. And he goes around the outside to take the lead back. Now here we go. Oh, looks like we have a car out of the race actually, because there's a second car. Well, there's a car in the pits. That was one of the cars, probably in the pits to repair some engine damage, because if they get pushed around here at Silverstone, their engines are gonna expire quicker than Ferrari engines, Honda engines, whatever. And there is the first lapped car. It is going to be a stock car, actually, after all. Look at that, Oriol down the inside. I was about to look. No, Capdeville is able to defend that. Maserelli has gotten to the back of Porter. It is moving for P11. That is third in LMP3. That is AC1. Odd. Of course, but we'll call them AC1 for now. Now they won't, well, did they score points? I'm not quite sure about that one. Now look at this absolute carnage as we get to the first of the pace setters, and the AC2 car might be in the way. Of course, that stands for additional class, which we have in this series. And now the field bunched up, mixed up. Porter into fourth. Look at the carnage as people are trying to make it by each other. And they're side by side still out front, with Bree trying to keep in front of Capdeville, who tries to go around the outside. Now Ariol will try and look at Stowe into the chicane. Will he be able to find a way around that number 80 car and that number 48? Porter behind, looking to pounce. Let's see when he can make the move. The LMP3 cars should also be by the carts now, so let's take a little look here. Yes, they are. They have gotten by, actually. There is the AC2 leader, and the AC2 second place is actually stuck behind one of the LMP3 cars, or one of the AC1 cars here in that case. Now, this guy, he is out of contention for sure. Here we go, Capdeville again at the next turn. Bree trying to defend, it won't work, or will it? He'll have the inside here, as they'll go onto the Hamilton straight. Side by side. The 80 car of Capdeville not able to keep the speed around the outside, the momentum to Breed as he tries to go down the inside. These guys can make it through that corner without crashing into one another. And they've done it a couple more than only one time. Breed again looking down the inside. Ariol looking for a way by them. Let's see, he looks like he'll have the draft on Capdeville. He might try and move on Capdeville then. No, Capdeville goes down the inside of Breed. We look on from Ariol's on board. Top 5, all behind one another. The whole LMP1 field still right in 3 seconds of one another. And it's great to see a bit of contact there, nearly a big crash there for number 10. That could have ended badly. And actually, Capdeville has now gotten a bit of a gap here. 0.8 seconds is quite a lot in terms of LMP1 racing in the totally normal racing series, because mostly you will see them catch back up to one another, but that is quite a big gap. We'll see though, it'll be catched up again. There is a car, that is number 71, who got spun around by one of the AC2 cars on lap 1. Now, Breed that time not able to get alongside Capdeville, but he might be going into cops. Oh, the 71 runs off the road trying to let the leaders by. And that was a bit dangerous there. Still quite dangerous there. Oh boy. Side by side now. Breed looking back down the inside, the bow back on as they go through the S's. And look at Ariel, he's looking to find a way around them. Try to get alongside Capdeville, but though still alongside with Breed as they go down the long straight. Porter might be looking for a move here. No, not yet. Side by side once again. Now Capdeville down the inside again, looking for the lead again, and makes it work. Now here comes Ariel trying to find the way around again. Breed able to block, but he's not able to get alongside. Capdeville has to lift out and makes the whole field lift. Look out, that lone card on the back straightaway. Oh, it's causing a bit of carnage here. I am surprised that did not cause a huge accident there, because they nearly ran into that card. Of course, that card not be able to be seen if you're behind another car, especially if it gets into the night here, which it kind of does at the moment. We're on lap 6 of 10, so who knows? Look at that move. Look at that move down the inside. They have made it by the carts once again. Very clean so far, but we haven't made it to the AC2 and AC1 cards yet. So there is a bit of a separation at the moment. And look at what happens throughout the field. There's been moves back here for P4. There has not been many moves. Actually, look at this. The two AC2 cars right back on one another. We'll see if there can be a move made. It's not that easy to overtake in these cars. They are often just there to, you know, hold up the race leaders, get them back together. The pace setter leader is also way up ahead. Now Ariel, as we look through the field, has gone back into second place and is now chasing down race leader Capdeville. It's the top three as we started the race, and now Ariel looking for the race lead as they go down towards Stowe. Will he be able to hang on around the outside? Yes. The momentum carried, but no. Capdeville fires back up the inside. Ariel, though, has the inside, pushes him wide. All fair in games. Takes the lead away. A lot of lead changes in this race. Capdeville looking down the inside. Great, smart defends there by Ariel. Blocks the inside completely. LMP3, or AC1 as we like to call him, has catched up to the carts. Not that much carnage as last time, though again, they find them on the hanger straight, or whatever it's called. Side by side. For second in AC1, number 8. Same thing as with Ariel and Capdeville. 27 able to hang around the inside, push the other car wide. Now look at this. Breed is trying to go by Capdeville. They're side by side behind them, the two teammates. Again, as Porter has dropped into 6th place. It's gone down here a bit in the last laps. There we go. Look at the run Capdeville is having. No way Ariel can defend that. Oh, they might be free wide here in a second. Look out. I think Bree was thinking about it, but then backed out because he knows free wide into those S's, that will never work. You'll wreck the whole field. Especially how packed together they are here in this sprint. Now here goes Ariel. Back down the inside. Bree was looking for free wide. He's right on the back of him. If he can find an opening, he'll take it. Capdeville looking, no, not able to. Ariel that time able to stay all by himself through the corner. Moves for P10 as there is a card right there, but they are able to clear that as number 71 once again a bit behind the other pace setters. Was there a bit of contact there between Ariel and Capdeville? I'm not sure, but we have 3 laps to go here. The lights are coming on the Breed machine. Here we go. Breed trying to go around the outside there. Doesn't work. One of the LMP1 cars very slow. That is Vassarelli's teammate. Now look at this. Breed's huge run. Looks like Ariel. Oh, they're going to be free wide here. Free wide for a second. That did not work quite well. They did all make it for the turn, however, that could have ended badly. And here we go. Back down the back straight. There is a card over here. Is that a stock car? No, it is a pace setter. Indeed. Ariel back down the inside. He's been the most smart. Oh, look at this. The card. He pushes him out to meet the card. Now Porter has the same fate, it seems, with the card. But made it around that. And meanwhile, Breed right on the back of Capdeville. Vasarely right on the back of him. I don't know who this is. Hennig right on the back of all of them. Carts as they are going to enter. Oh boy, free wide again. Nothing between the free. Now what happened there? Breed has lost another position. Vasarely up in a third. He had to back out big time. Capdeville able to get away a bit. Oh boy, they're all pushing the pace setters out onto the side. And Capdeville in the lead, but Ariel right on the back, contact. Here comes Vasarely. He's going to try. Ariel down the inside at turn 3. Into the hairpin, turn 4, and down the Hanga straight. Is that right? I have to look up the track map after this. But here we go. 2 laps left. It is a shootout between the two. Meanwhile, there's blue flags in the back. Oh, look at this move. Ariel, Capdeville still side by side. Half a lap to go. Will there be anything down in the Cops? Is Ariel able to get alongside? He is the answer. Side by side. Will Capdeville be able to hang on? Vasarely all over the back of Ariel, free wide! Vasarely sends it free wide. Somehow, they did not wreck, but Breed goes through as Vasarely has to lift out. Breed back into third. They're side by side. Down the back straightaway. Into the turn. What will happen? No way. Breed will send it free wide. Not able to get alongside. Not enough room for free LMP1 cars side by side through there. Capdeville looking down the inside. Not able to do it. We're going into the final lap of this race. And our race leaders in the pace setter traffic as our other race leaders. As Martin Breed sets a new fastest lap, now tries down the inside of Capdeville. Didn't work out as he wanted to. Capdeville around the outside of Ariel. Breed still trying to find a way around the two. Is not able to at the moment. There will be no traffic on this final lap, it seems. Now Breed around the outside. Ariel has to lift out. Vasarely has to lift out. It's between these two now. I don't think Ariel is close enough to get back to them. Now Vasarely will look down the inside. Not able to get there. The teammates side by side. Hennig goes by Vasarely. Capdeville started on pole. Have a lap to go. It will be Cops, the S's, the big bend, and into Stowe. Then for the final sets of corners. But they're side by side, and Breed is able to get down the inside. They're side by side as they'll go. Now Vasarely looking for third. Hennig actually looking for third. Is he going to be able to clear Ariel? There is a cart in the way. This could mix up everything. Are they able to get by this cart clean? They split it. Breed goes by. Breed goes by as they head out of the S's. Ariel is back on them. Ariel is trying for second. Free wide. Free wide. They did it in the last lap. Free wide in the last lap. Capdeville able to hang on. Will he be able to get for the final corner without anyone dive bombing him? Final corner. Capdeville able to stay in front. It was a do or die move, but Capdeville is able to hang on in front of Breed. takes win number 1, race number 1 in the books. LMP3, they are far way back. The stock cars, they haven't changed in any way. Number 8 will be your pace sitter winner. But Cap de Ville is able to take the win here. Oh boy, what a race. Now, I thought about giving laps lead points, but they were side by side at some occasions over the line, so would that even matter? I'd say no. Only the top 6 get points, so rest in peace to Porter and, you know, the guy behind him. Who was that? Alec Barker. They both won't get points. So, that is round number 1. Race number 1 done. Still free to go here. And every race, it will look the same out front, but in the back, there will be a bit of carnage. Breet will get 2nd. It will be 3rd for Ariel, with a good run at the end to nearly take the win as he sends it free wide in the final corner. I mean, are you not entertained? What a race that was. Now Hennig gets 5th and 6th goes to White. We'll get the last point. Capdeville gets 10, 8 to Breed. Ariel gets 6. Vasarelli gets 4, 2 for Hennig, and 1 for White. Now let's look at the replay of what happened to the AC2 class at the start of the race, because, you know, stock cars, standing starts, doesn't sound like the best idea, to be honest, but here we go. We are underway, so they get off going. Great start by that number 47 car as he goes. And they're going to be free wide back here behind the race leader of stock cars. Free wide behind. Now what will happen? Oh boy, everybody spins. My goodness me. That's 4 cars that have spun out, including the leader of the class. They all spun out. And, well, what am I even able to say to that? Oh, big hit by the 51 there. And, well, let's look at that onboard from last. No, not last. 47 car will be good onboard. Oh my goodness, look at how that looks. Let's see. No, he also spun. He also spun. Literally, I think about 5 cars actually spun. Yeah. Some only got loose, but most spun. Yeah, I think it was 5. Wow. That is quite the action here in the first race of the season. In the first round. The first race of round 1. There we go, that's better. 3 cars spinning out here. And that creates that scene right there. Dramatic stuff here in Silverstone in race 1, as half of the AC2 field just has a massive moment as they slide off the road. Now, let's get into race 2, shall we? Capdeville on pole as well. Again, there will be no changes to that, but let's get into it. Race number 2. Race number 2 about to get underway. Don't let this fool you. I'm not in stock cars, so let's go to the front of the field. And we are underway then for race number 2. Now, shall we look at what happens in AC2? Let's see if it happens again or not. This time they all make it clean. So I don't know what happened last time. Maybe someone of the AC1 field lifted out early on, and that didn't work out then. But this time everyone able to get clean off the line. The 70 fires it down the inside of one of the AC1 cars, trying to get away from its companions, as one of the AC2 cars goes onto the grass there. But out front it is Ariel in front of Porter, and Capdeville down to 5th place. What happened here? Now something happened on the start of LP1. You don't know where to look at the starts of the Totally Normal Racing Series. It's just all over the place. There is just nowhere to go without having a massive moment or something. You have to look at everything, but there is no way you can look at everything. Now here we go. Oh my goodness, Porter! Oh, contact with Breed. Here comes Hennig now. As Porter slides out, makes contact with Breed. Hennig will maybe have a run on both of them. Capdeville might send it free wide on lap 1. If he's able to get there, no, but they're 2x2 for the turn here. Breed able to stay in front of Hennig. Porter down to 4th. As he slides out, as he gets into the back of Ariel, lifts off. Big contact there between Barker and Vazelli, who's gone down to 8th at the start. My goodness, it's really, it's carnage. It's absolute carnage here. I mean, can you believe it? Here's LMP free, but Ariel, the leader here. So lap 1, not as crazy as lap 1 last time, but oh boy. It really broke down at some points, did it not? Now so far, everybody seems to be a bit more separated than last time. We'll see if this will stop now on this straightaway. There's been a lot of position swaps for P10, which might make me think that something happened to this car back here, though it doesn't seem like that happened. Nothing yet for P1 on the info feed, however, they are closer together now into the S's. Breed on the back of Ariel. Now, whoa, contact! Now Breed gets in, Ariel nearly spins himself out here. Roselli a bit further back from this pack here. As you can see the gap to him. There's also a bit of a gap to Porter, or Barker, rather. He has not finished in the points yet. Now, Zelli, or rather Hennig, had a good run at the end of the last race, but then it all broke down as he sent it free wide at the S's. And, well, that's where it all went wrong. He went down to, I think, 5th. Yeah, 5th place. Only got 2 points there at the end. Could have been 6th, but in the end, it's only 2. So, you'll look to not make that mistake of losing those valuable positions at the end of the race next time. Meanwhile, there's Ariel in the lead, and boy, here we go, the first time through the cards. Oh boy, Ariel, wow! Crash! Into the wall goes one of the cards. Now this happens a lot at Silverstone in the Totally Normal Racing Series 2. Oh my goodness, Ariel goes around nearly. He's lost 2 positions now. Goodness me, now it's absolutely broken down here in Silverstone. The card hard into the wall. He's still there at the wall. The yellow flags are going to be out as he tries to get back going, but that's going to have a lot of damage, and it has to come down into the pits. Absolutely taken out by the race leaders. So the Totally Normal Racing Series, this is actually not the first time it's happened, but you know, we've been to Silverstone before. That time with Formula X cars. This is absolute carnage in the back. They are wrecking all over the place, it seems. I'm actually surprised they haven't wrecked yet, to be honest. On the info feed, it says a lot happened in P10. Sadly, it doesn't seem like the info feed is updating anymore. Which is kind of sad. Even if I do this, it doesn't update for some reason. So we'll just have to look at what's happening in the front as now the LMP free cars go through. But yeah, so we were at Silverstone before. There was absolute chaos. There were touring cars instead of stock cars. There were GT1 cars as well. Of course, the cards. And at the end of the race, everything broke down. I mean, one of the Formula X cars got spun out by a touring car, caused absolute carnage, took out another Formula X car, and then on the next straightaway, because that happened in the S's, on the next straightaway, which is the run down to Stowe, there was a massive crash. Like, one of the Formula X cars jumped over the back of the car. Now, we don't want to see that happen in these LMP1 cars, but eventually this season it's going to happen, and we're going to have a big crash. Same race, there were a lot of spins for the GT1 cars, though, so we'll see if they'll make a return. Round 3 will be a wild card entry round, so instead of having the normal AC1, AC2 odd, and AC1, AC2 even, who are AC1, AC2 odd running right now. They are stock cars and LP3. Big contact there between the two race leaders, Hennig and Breed, and they cannot do this for much longer because otherwise they're going to have a massive one. Big gap back to the AC1 field here, and now the stock cars are approaching the karts. The last time we saw them go for the karts, they absolutely destroyed them. 71 was spun out. Yeah, there it is, 71. Speaking of it, I think the kart that got taken out is in the pits now. Yeah, as expected. Meanwhile, here come the race leaders down the front straightaway. Yeah, right. Now here we go, Ariel. Looking, bit contact. Just a bit. 48 looking on the inside at the hairpin. And is going to make it work. Now I do wonder, who was the one in the lead? Ariel, right, yeah. So he doesn't have any damage, it seems, but if you do that for too many times, you're going to have a lot of damage. Now, here we go. Breed fires down the inside, takes the lead away. Ariel looking at the next corner, not able to get there, but has to lift out. And here comes Hennig, round the outside. Has to go onto the grass, onto the gravel, actually. And will be forced to place himself behind that number 48. Lining up a move that Cops doesn't work. Now, here we go. Karts again. This time they are on a straightaway, not at the exit of a turn, but still, that is quite a dangerous kart there. Did they all make it through? It seems as so. They did, but oh boy. Capdeville still stuck in 5th here. This race seems a bit more calm than the first race. There's not been many, aggressive and risky moves, but there's been a lot of run-ins between the drivers here. What are they doing? This race has not been about crazy moves. This race has been about a bumper car race. There's been bumper cars all the Jesus Christ, all the way. LMP free by the kart that got taken out by Oriol on the first lap. Once again, actually not once again, the 47 was in from last time, now the 24 is in front. They swap. A lot of contact again between Hennig and Oriol. Still not done with the bumper cars here. Lap 6. There is no way we're going to make it for this race without a wreck. I mean, there's just no way. We're approaching the karts again. Now, Breed has a big lead here, entering lap 7. Probably. Unless Oriol is able to bring it down here in the S's, which probably will, to be honest. What I do like is that we don't have any of the Audis or Toyotas in the race. Which does give... Oh, this is not the... Oh boy, this is the stock cars, not the karts again. As they go around the outside of the 51, big slide there for both Ariel and Hennig as they try to make it by the AC2 cars. Look out. Bit stuck. 51 still pushed on the grass by Vasarelli, who's in last now. Down in last. Now Breed in the front of the pack. There is the AC2 leaders with the kart that got taken out by Ariel. He'll have flashbacks because Ariel is right on the back of him right now. Hopefully it won't happen again. Oh my goodness. He had to lift out there to not do it again. Nearly did though. Oh boy. Now Capdeville has to lift out. There is a big separation between the race leaders here. Whoa, boy. That was close. Especially with the AC2 cars. We know that they don't have very good brakes. These are pretty much ARCA cars more than NASCAR stock cars. I mean, these guys have no brakes, especially if we go to a super speedway or something later on in the season. Which we probably will, to be honest. Here's a battle for third around the outside here in LMP3 or AC1 and makes it stick, though they're still side by side. No, he does get, oh, he is still alongside. Let's look at the front of the pack. Not much happening with this side by side action continuing. Now he gets in front of him. Now he got back by him. This battle continues in the back of the pack. Now there's a bit of separation. Meanwhile, at the front of the pack, about the same thing we've seen the last few laps. A bit of contact between the leaders, nearly wrecking each other out of the race. Big separation this time between the LMP1 field. 8 seconds to the last car in LMP1. Just shows you how different these races can be. One race can be they're all in a pack, bunched together, everyone can win on the final lap, and the next race can be, well, you know, we're separated by a bit. There's still a couple of battles, but not as much. Boy, oh boy! Contact again between Ariel and one of the carts, and Porter says thank you very much, gains 2 positions as he goes by Hennig and Ariel. As Ariel has to lift out, and Hennig has to do the same. Three laps to go. Breed leads in front of Porter then. Good job so far by pretty much everybody. Time to really haven't it? I mean, this time they were obviously a bit more separated, but the last best laps, they were like 149s, 148s, weren't they? Now we're in the 142s. That just shows you the best laps, 139s. All 149s except for, well, Sally, who has the fastest lap at the moment, will gain an extra point. We'll do the fastest laps after, as I edit. I'll do that. Like that. Oh boy. Porter to the lead. Very clean move. That probably, just as me, shocked Breed a bit that he was able to get by him that easily. Ariel on the back of him. We might have a battle for the lead here at the end of the race. Coming to 2 to go. Ariel is looking for a way by these two. Not being able to find it yet. Breed fires back down the inside. Once again, the same situation as last race. That the leader is able to push out second place, who tries to go around the outside. Unless they fire it around the outside, then you'll have the advantage on the inside in the next one. Whoa, big contact there between Ariel and Breed. Capdeville nowhere to be found. He is running a lone race in 5th. Trying to get up to Hennig and all these guys over here. Top 4. Guess what? We've got a bit more lap traffic ahead of us. One lone card that was taken out by Ariel on lap 2. And they fired down the inside of the card, though because of that, no one able to make a move on anyone. Which Porter will really like, being in the race lead right now. The Porter. Will Breed try? No. Yes, he will at the S's. He might at the S's. He might go down the inside here. No. Not able to get alongside Porter. Able to defend. Might take a win without a risky move here happening right in front of him. The field is coming back together. Capdeville is on the back of these guys, especially with the cards now that we are approaching. Is that one of the AC1 cars, actually? Are we approaching the AC1 cars? Because, of course, this race was a bit faster than the last race, out front especially. I think, yes, we are approaching the AC1 cars! Nearly around goes Breed in the braking zone for Stowe as he gets pushed in by Ariel. Onto the final lap. This will be one interesting one with the LMP3 cars in the way now for the first time. This race faster by 8 seconds at the moment on average. Now down the inside of number 80 he goes. That car just seems to be off the pace early on, and number 71 stock car, I believe it was, fired it down the inside of that car. Look at all the carnage up here. Multi-class action everywhere, as we've got cards, we've got AC1. The only thing missing is AC2. However, I think they're in this. No, I think they're on the other side of the track. No, they are in this, aren't they? Oh, no, they're on the other side of the track. So, Porter will be very happy about that. Capdeville able to get to these guys now again. Oh, Breed is very close. It's gonna fire it down the inside. Porter, nothing he can do. Pushed a bit wide, all good. All fair and square. There will be penalties handed out for these guys if they do some bad moves. Whoa! Big slide out by Ariel, went way wide. Now look at this. This will be quite the problem. Ariel around the outside of Porter. Will he be able to pull it off? If he does this, he doesn't have to matter about Stowe. Oh boy, our race leader is held up by one of the LMP free cars. Here we come to the checkered flag. Breed again held up. Will Porter be able to get there? Here they come to the line. No. It will be Breed at the line in front of Porter. And then it's Ariel not able to get by Porter at Stowe. Wow. That got a bit hectic at the end, but overall it was a good controlled race by the leaders. They were not dive bombed at each opportunity. And a very fast race overall. Fastest lap. We'll go to Vasarely, or was he beaten? No. And we'll go to Vasarely in race 2. So let's just... Vasarely did it in race 2. Round 1, race 2. So Vasarely will get 1 extra point added to his score. But let's skip to the end. And then we'll look at the replay in a second after we note down the points. So, Breed will get 10 points. And we'll put him up to 18. It will be Porter with his first points. And that will jump him up to, we'll see that in a second actually. Because of course, still have all the other people. Then it is Ariel. Another 6 points, another third place finish. Not bad. 12 points. He will jump in front of Porter for sure. Hennig will get 4 points. And that will put him at 6 then. 2 points go to Capdeville, our previous leader. He's not the leader anymore. He'll jump down to third, it seems. And 1 point to Darren White once again. Only 1 point. That's the second time he's finished in that position. And still 2 races to go here. So, the points as it stands, the race, or the round leader at the moment is Breed in front of Ariel by 6 points, and then 7 points to Capdeville. So they are 1 point behind one another, but that is only for that position. 10 points behind is Porter. 14 points behind is Vasarely. 12 point... Wait, what? Ah, right. That doesn't make any sense. Wait, what? Because Vasarely is not in that position. Alright. So Vasarely. There we go. He is 14 points behind. Hennig is 12 points behind. And White is only I say, but it's 16 points. Let's look at the start. Let's see what happened then at the front of the pack at the start of the race, because there was a bit of carnage, wasn't there? There we go, we're underway. Good start by Capdeville. Ariel's alongside. Still side by side. Does anything happen? He was in the lead at the start of the race. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! No wonder that we had such a weird race, because there was quite a lot of collisions as they went 3 wide down into turn 3, and the 50-meter brake marker. Where the hell? Oh Jesus! Big collision right there between White and Capdeville. Nonetheless, they both finish in the points. Barker goes right for the grass as they all go up in the air, especially Capdeville up on 2 wheels. Oh my goodness me. That is going to be a thumbnail, maybe, perhaps. Who knows? That is quite an epic shot right there, isn't it? Look at that. Carnage in Silverstone as they go 4 wide nearly. As, I don't know what happened. I guess Darren White and Porter's on the grass. Now here, Darren White runs into the back of Capdeville, and my goodness me, it's absolute carnage. No wonder that Capdeville dropped down to 5th. Actually, he's down to 4th here. Will he get overtaken by another car here then? We're side by side. Does anything happen here? Oh no, he just lifts out, and then here comes Hennig. And he's gonna pass him. Crazy, crazy stuff at the start of LMP1 in that race. And, well, let's get into race number 3 then.